Sorcerers! Josh here. Big news. Dragonlord at Gencon. Now, many folks have been expecting this announcement, given that we hadn't heard anything about the release date of Dragonlord. Many folks had predicted that this set was going to be released at Gencon, and those individuals have been borne out. So great news, we are officially going to be able to get our hands on Dragonlord at Gencon. 13 new cards, and this is the best part, in one complete package. Now, some folks initially read the announcement and were stuck on the word functionally unique. And I looked at that and I said, it's going to be all 13 cards, non-foil, in this box. That's what I believed. And guess what? In the Discord, Chase confirmed. When you buy one Dragonlord box, you receive all 13 cards in non-foil. Excellent. Perfect. This is exactly how it needed to be executed to ensure that weird things didn't happen. Because if you only got one copy of an ordinary card in this set and needed to buy 4, I think there could have been issues. So, we have 13 cards. And here's the other thing. The thing that I was pointing to as evidence that you would get all 13 cards in this set. The previously revealed Dragon's Egg card, which was revealed at Sorcery Con, was exceptional. But in the announcement, it has been reframed as a unique. The Cradle of Ethereum, or Ethereum, was the name I believe that it was changed to. It's no longer Dragon's Egg. It was given a more unique name, something befitting its status in the Dragonlord set. So, it is my expectation that you will get the full set. All 13 cards are unique. You buy it once, you're good. Now, if you want foils, that's where that 14th card comes in, and that will be randomized. So if you're going to want this set in foil, you're going to have to buy a lot of these. And I have a sneaking suspicion that those 13 cards aren't going to be as evenly distributed in the foil slot. And some of them, like, maybe the Avatar, are going to be much more difficult to come by. Now, we don't have any information about that. The announcement today was just 14 card sets or boxes. They did call it a box. A 14 card Dragonlord box. You open it up, you get the 13 non-foil cards, the complete set as confirmed by Chase, and then you get the one random foil. I'm not a big Chase person, so I'm going to assume that most individuals who are playing Sorcery are going to buy one of these and they're going to be done. And then the folks in the community who are die-hard collectors are going to go after these foils, and they're going to open up a whole lot of these things if they want to get that whole set. And one thing that they didn't mention, curios. Are there going to be curios tucked into these Dragonlord boxes? I have a feeling that's probably going to happen. They've been in every other product. Even though this is a mini set, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't potentially see curios in the Dragonlord box. So, something else that folks who are very dedicated to getting it all, to collecting, are going to want to go after. Now, I will say, because we're talking about the same 13 cards, I do worry that these collectors are going to see some fatigue in terms of opening if they open a lot of the product, because they're going to see those same 13 cards. Now, perhaps There's something else about them that, again, that word functionally unique. Maybe there's alternate art. Maybe well, no, there won't be alternate art. This is Ed's set. There's no way. It's Ed's set unless, and given the level of detail that Ed paints to, I can't think he's been hiding paintings and repainting a different alternative version of the Dragonlord. I just don't see him having the time to do that given what we're running up against. Maybe he did. That would be awesome. And I think it would shock everyone, but I don't think so. We have these 13 beautiful paintings that Ed has put together for us with meticulous, tiny little details, lots of little hidden Easter eggs and surprises on every one of the paintings. So we're going to get those 13 cards. So if a person is wanting to get the set in foil, you're either going to have to rip a whole lot of these things, or we're going to have to rely on going out to the singles market and trying to acquire them that way. I think it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how difficult these 13 cards are to get in foil. Some of them obviously are going to be, assuming what I think is correct, some of them are going to be very easy to come by, but I'm wondering which ones are going to be the hard ones to get. I've got to think that Avatar is going to be one of the difficult ones, although they could make, well, we want people to have that one readily available in foil, so we're not going to make it the super hard thing to get. I could see that too. There's a good argument so that people can get the Avatar in foil and use it, display it prominently, the work that Ed has put into creating this set and, getting it out there for people. Maybe you would want that to be more readily available, but it's still also the one I could see they'd be like, no, we're going to make it really hard to get. So it'll be interesting to see how the foil plays out. But in terms of the product itself, we did get a nice little mock-up of what the box looks like. Going to be a nice little flap that opens up. You've got your little pocket with the cards in it. The picture looked like literally they just put the cards in there. I don't know if the cards will be sealed in, a plastic wrap or a booster pack. I don't know what that's going to look like. The mock-up was just you open it up and there's your cards. I would think they're probably going to be in something, whether it's just clear plastic wrap as a pack, like we see with some of the Dust Reward promos. They're kind of in that plastic wrap. Maybe they took them in that way. I would think they would need to do that just because we've got that random foil that's going to be in there. So you wouldn't want those cards shifting around and shipping and all that type of thing. Looks like a looks like a premium product. Looks like a premium product that could warrant a premium price tag. Didn't hear anything on pricing. I'm not going to speculate on pricing. It's a premium product. You all can go out there and speculate on that if you want. I'm just going to wait until the announcement. I do wonder, are they going to wait until Gencon? And we won't know the price until we walk up and say, hey, give me my Dragonlord set. And then they say the price is X. So I'm wondering about when we'll know that price. I obviously, I don't think we're going to be at a price point. I said I'm not going to speculate on it. So we're moving on. Anyhow, Dragonlord, Gencon. You know how they say Disney World is the happiest place on earth. Well, for this guy, it's Gencon. That's where I want to be. So again, having another release. Well, Arthurian Legends didn't release at Gencon, but we got a lot of spoilers. Got a lot of really cool spoilers. I'm fully expecting that we'll get a lot of Gothic spoilers. So this Gencon is probably going to be extra special. Not only are we going to be able to get our hands on the Dragonlord set, we're also going to be able to get some Gothic spoilers and hopefully see some of that product. So this Gencon is going to be very, very exciting. I'm going to locate the Sorcery booth as soon as I can on Gencon's map so I can make my route there as soon as those doors open on Thursday morning. So if you, like me, are going to Gencon and you want to get to that booth, I'm going to let you know I will be running with the herd. If you've never been to Gencon, the Thursday before anything really truly opens. There's games going on Wednesday night and stuff. There are people playing Thursday morning, but the vendor hall opening is Thursday morning. And I typically run in with a herd of people. I will get there between 6 and 7 a.m. for the opening that happens at, it's usually, is it noon or is it 10? I can't remember. I've done this too much. I just know I get there at 6 or 7 a.m. and I wait. And then I go. So that's where I'm going to be beelining it for me. So if you're in the herd and you're going to go with the herd and get straight to the Sorcery booth, join me 6 to 7 a.m. I'll be out front probably waiting, unless I just don't wake up. But I should be there, and we'll do it. Still, fantastic news. Dragonlord is packaged the way it needed to be packaged. We get the set with a single purchase so we can play the game, and we have a randomized foil for those who want to collect this thing and really get that beautiful foil set, not to mention curios. So, it's going to be something to open. Be very interesting to see how it plays out. New product line, always something very different. But I got my wish. The entire set in a box. That's what I wanted. That's what we're getting. I'm happy. However else it plays out, I'm content, because nobody is going to be in a place where they cannot access this product and get the cards they want to play the game. Also, they did confirm in the announcement, after Gencon, regular distribution channels for Dragonlord. Presumably your local store then is going to be able to get their hands on it from distribution. They also indicated that they are going to make Dragonlord available at events where Eric's Curiosa personnel happens to be. So, hopefully, that's a little hint that EC is going to get out to some more events. They're going to have stuff, and you're going to be able to buy it from them directly. That would be awesome. I hope that's right. I hope we see Eric's Curiosa at a whole lot more events in addition to Gen Con in the very near future. In terms of talking about the cards, I'm not going to do that today. I will say the 3 cards that they previewed, all completely different from what was shown to us at Sorcery Con. They don't even have the same text. Different cards. There you go. So, and they had said, and I think it was the February update, may have been March, can't remember exactly, that they were rewording those cards to amp up the power level. So, very cool. And obviously, we got the big fix on Dragon Egg where it's now unique. The Cradle of Ethereum. I think I'm saying that right. I think it's Cradle of Ethereum. So, I will do another video talking about the cards themselves. But for right now, I'm excited. 13 cards coming to us at Gen Con. Hopefully, I will see you there. And as always, keep on contesting the realm!